Welcome to Achieve Revision and Learning videos. Learn with me. My name is Singh, an ex-civil servant and senior mentor and guide for UPSC Civil Service Examination. This is a part of the MCQ series, and today I am going to open up the most difficult portion of the prelims examination, that is the multiple choice questions on art and culture. Art and culture questions are purely based on high quality content, and that content is dispersed. So there is some content in the old NCRTs, new NCRTs, or maybe the book like Nitin Singhania, which is a very difficult book and difficult to master. So what is actually required is the filtration of the standard content from different sources. Either you can make your notes on your own, or there should be a standard compilation into form of standard filtered notes. So let us see purely content-based questions which are there from what art and culture part of the UPSC Civil Service Examination. So on the board, I am going to show you the first question. So first question is on the classical dances. So which dance form have elements like Mangal Charan, Batu and Pallavi? That means here we are seeing three terms, the features of a dance. Unless you know all the features of these classical dances, you cannot pinpoint which of the following dances will be the answer for that. And we are seeing what several classical dances here. Kuchipudi, Bharatnatyam, Satriya from Assam and Odissi from Odisha. So hence it requires a very high quality filtered content. Let's see the Odissi here. Now, Odissi dance is one of the oldest classical dance in our country alongside Bharatnatyam. So let's see certain content on that. So archaeological evidence dates it back to the 2nd century BCE, with evidence found in the Udayagiri and the Khandagiri caves near Bhubaneswar. So the dance is based on Natya Shastra, yes, and Abhinay Darpan. Natya Shastra refers to the Odissi dance as the Odra Magadi. So all these are important keywords which you should be remembering with respect to all the art and culture forms, the dance forms here. Now the traditions. There are three traditions of the Odissi dance. For example, Maharis. Maharis were the performers. So Maharis were the chief repository of this dance. That means who were the trainers, the teachers and the performers of this dance. So who were Maharis? Maharis were the Uriya Devadasi or the temple girls. Their name deriving from the Maha means great and Nari means women. Okay, the chosen one. Now, particularly those are temples of the Jagannath Puri. So, Maharis were the repository of the Odissi dance. They were the teachers, the trainers, and the preachers of the particular dance form. So, Devadasi, associated with various temples, prominently Jagannath temple. Now, here further. Now, also certain boys performers were also there. Later, a class of boys performers emerged. They was known as Gotipuas. Was trained in the art. Gotipiyas were the boys dressed up as girls and taught the dance by Maharis. So that means the Maharis, the girls, were the major preachers. Gotipiyas and the branch emerged on the male performers dressed like a female. So Maharis and Gotipiya are the two important terms linked with Odissi dance. Now, there is also a Nartaki dance linked with what Odissi, but it was performed in the royal courts only, royal courts. So in the temples, around temples, okay, the Maharis and the Gotipuas, in the royal courts, the Nartaki. Now let's see the mudra and the postures. So this dance form symbolizes the element of water. Now all the classical dances have got different elements: element of air, element of sky, element of ether, yes, element of fire. Here it is element of water. So which of the following elements belong to which of the following dances? Again, very important. Now it is accompanied by Hindustani music. Its form is unique in its what representation of gracefulness, sensuality and beauty. So grace, sensuality and beauty. It is similar to Bharatnatyam. So which of the following dance forms is almost similar to Bharatnatyam? It is the Odissi dance. In the use of mudras, the postures. The dancers create intricate geometrical shapes and patterns with her body. Hence it is known as mobile sculpture. So again this term is very important. So which of the following dances is also termed as the performance in the form of mobile sculpture? It is Odissi. Which of the following dance forms reflects the element of water? Odissi. Which of the following dance forms are performed by the Maharis and Gotipuas and Nartakis? Is Odissi. So until as the key terms are linked with the specific dance forms, it's difficult to answer the questions. Now, the movement techniques include two basic postures of chalk, which is masculine. So, masculine movement is known as chalk, and the feminine is tribhanga. So, tribhanga is a swaying movement. Yes. So, head, okay, your body in the left side, and finally legs. Yes, of my abdomen. So, it's basically a swaying movement. That's called tribhanga. The chalk posture is imitating a square. That is chalk. Chalk is a square. A very masculine stance with the weight of the body equally balanced. The Tribhanga posture, it is three banded form of the body, is actually innate to the Odissi dance form. It's inbuilt in the Odissi dance form. Okay, so Tribhanga style means three times movement or three directional swaying of the body. That's called Tribhanga. So this is feminine and the chalk is masculine. Now elements of Odissi dance form. So what were there in the question? Mangal Charan, Batu and Pallavi. So here, so elements of Odissi dance form. So Mangal Charan. Mangal Charan is basically initiating the dance, means is the start of the dance. So Mangal Charan is the beginning where the dancer slowly enters the stage with the flowers in her hand and makes an offering to the mother earth. So now, so Mangal Charan, it's followed by Batu. In Batu, the basic components of Odissi techniques are highlighted. So bringing out the duality of the masculine and the feminine. Yes. So masculine, that is the chalk, and the feminine, that is the tribhanga. So the basic stance of the chalk and tribhanga. So this dance is in praise of the Batikweshwar, Bhairav or the Shiva. Again, all these becomes very, very important information with respect to any form of dance forms. Now, Pallavi, yes. So Pallavi includes, yes, facial expression and representation. So Mangal Charan is basically initiating the dance. Okay. Then when we talk about a Pallavi is the facial expression. Now unless we know the key words linked with what various dance forms here, we cannot answer which of the following of the dance forms will be the answer for that. So hence very specific filtered content becomes ultimately necessary. Let's see the next question. Which of the following is not a criteria for classifying a language as a classical languages? In India, so far there are 6 classical languages. So which of the following criteria are being used to ultimately classify a language as a classifying language? So here, which of not a criteria, which is of the following is not a criteria for naming a language as a classical language? So language should have a high antiquity of the early text, recorded history over a period of 1500 to 2000 years. That means the language should at least be 1500 to 2000 years old existence. The proper literary text. The literary tradition should be original, not borrowed from any other speech or language, speech community. That means the language should have got original text. It is not a borrowing from any other language. So first of all, the time period ranges 1500 to 2000 years old, and the literature should be pure and original. Now it should have a body of ancient literature and text which is considered a valuable heritage by generations of speakers. That means it has been a source for various writers, it has been a source for various poetry, it has been a source for various writings, prose, for various writers and speakers. And it should be included in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. So these are the 4 statements given in the question. So which of the following is not a criteria for classifying a language as classical language? So let's see classical languages. So where it is mentioned, Article 343(1) of the Indian Constitution declares the official language of the Union shall be Hindi in Devanagari script. For Sanskrit, there is a special status mentioned in Article 351. So Sanskrit, a special status is there, whereby Sanskrit was given a position of the primary source of language for many languages including Hindi. Now, what is the criteria for classical languages in India? These are the following criteria. Now, first of all, high antiquity of its early text, recorded history over a period of 1500 to 2000 years. So hence the first statement is correct. A body of ancient literature and text which is considered a valuable heritage by generation of speakers. Okay, that means in that language various literature, text, poetry, prose have been written, which have been sourced by various writers for again further creation of the artwork or the literary work. The literary tradition should be original, It should not be borrowed from any other language. So the first three statements are were correct in that question. What is not correct? The classical language and literature being distinct from modern. So here, when we talk about the ish, it's not a compulsory criteria that it should be mentioned in the 8th schedule. Yes, 8th schedule of the Constitution. So the fourth statement is actually wrong. It's not a criteria. The fourth statement, okay, it should be included in the 8th schedule of the Constitution is actually wrong. The above three statements are actually correct. Now let's see the classical language since 2004 is Tamil, then Sanskrit, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Odia. So there are 6 classical languages in our country till now. Further, let's see the next question. Which of the following statements about Gatka is correct? So Gatka is again a martial art emerging from Punjab, Gatka. So this form of martial art is done only with the use of stick, only with the use of stick. Again, it may be a certain dicey statement. Now it is purely attacking in form, may be a possibility. It is generally considered only physical in practice. So when you see the above A, B and C, this type of statement is usually dicey. For example, only with the use of sticks, purely or generally considered only physical in practice. And after the Second Anglo-Sikh War, the art was banned by the British. So again, pure information is required, a filtered information is required on Gatka. So Gatka is a weapon-based Indian martial art basically created by the Sikhs of Punjab. There are many weapons used like stick, talwar, kripan, katar. So that means statement A is wrong. So multiple weapons were used. Now, what mode? Attacking as well as defensive. So it is saying it's purely attacking? No, it is also wrong. Combination of attacking and defense both. Now, the sport form is played by two opponents wielding wooden staves and called gatka. These sticks may be paired with a shield. Points are scored for making contact with a stick. Now, it is based on the basic principle of unification of mind, body and spirit in rhythm of life to train a saint soldier. So that means when you see the third statement, it is generally considered only physical in nature. It's actually wrong, because when you read this statement, it is based on unification of mind, body and spirit. So it's a combination. It's a combination of basically a meditational form of art, which is a combination of what? Spirit, body and mind equally. Now hence the fourth statement would have been correct. So answer would have been D here. Even though you may not be knowing whether it was banned after the Anglo-Sikh War or not. So but if you see the first three statements are actually correct or are actually not correct, then the fourth statement would have been correct. The fourth statement. So first three are not correct, so fourth statement would have been correct, though you may not be knowing whether it was banned by the second Anglo-Sikh War or not. Now, select the correct statements regarding the paintings. So, we have done a question on the classical dances, classical language, a martial art form, now a painting question. So, painting question, select the correct statements regarding Tanjore painting. So, during the 18th century, these paintings were patronized by the Maratha rulers. So, yes, Tanjore was a principality or a kingdom which was ruled by the Marathas, a branch of Marathas, linked with Shivaji, a branch of Marathas. These paintings are traditionally made on the dark colored cloth, so that gold work can be seen clearly. That means it is talking about the uniqueness. The dark colored cloth, so that the gold work can be seen. The majority of paintings depict kings and palaces. Okay, what was depicted? Depiction. So depiction, uniqueness of presentation, and more than one statement is correct. So let's see the statements. Only on the basis of the content you can filter out the wrong ones. The Tanjore school is known for its unique decorative painting style during the 18th century, patronized by Maratha kings. Hence, the first statement is correct. Traditionally made on dark colored cloth. Let's see. These paintings are distinct that they are primarily made of glass and board. And here it is saying dark colored cloth. That means this statement is wrong. The third statement is saying it is depicting kings and palaces. Yeah, To create larger-than-life images, they employed a variety of gemstones and cut glasses as ornaments. The majority of the paintings showed Krishna smiling in various instances. This is not basically concentrated on kings and palaces, but Krishna. So again, this statement is again wrong. This statement is again wrong. More than one statement is correct is again wrong. So only statement A is correct. That is, it was patronized by the Maratha kings in the 18th century. So again, it will only be known when you know all the classical dances, martial arts forms, the literary text, the paintings, and for that a high quality content is required, filtered content. Now next is how many pairs of folk music have been correctly matched. So now we are talking about music now. So art and culture comprises of music, okay, the martial arts, we talk about the food, we talk about the clothing, we talk about classical dances, we talk about martial arts. So all these become very important because at least 2 or 3 questions are asked by UPSC each and every year, and many times very difficult to answer if you are not knowing the exact content. So here, Rasya Geet, Bihar, Mando, Goa, Lotia, Uttar Pradesh, Pandavani, Uttarakhand. So select the correct options. Only one pair, only 2 pairs, only 3 pairs, or only all the 4 pairs. So again, unless you are knowing the exact origin of these dance forms, yes, of these dance forms or the folk music, sorry, of these folk music from the states, you will not be able to answer. So you require a proper list as a compilation. So here, Rasya Geet is Uttar Pradesh. Lotia is from Rajasthan. So where? So Lotia is from Uttar Pradesh, is wrong. Rasya Geet is from UP, it is wrong. Okay, it's wrong. So Rasya Geet from UP, Lotia from Rajasthan, Pandavani from Chhattisgarh. Okay. So Pandavani, Uttarakhand, wrong. So 3 pairs are wrong. Let's see the Mando also. So Mando is from Goa. This is correct. So this is correct. So the answer is only 1 pair is correct. Answer is A. Again, when we see all the things should be there at one place for a fast revision. So Rasya Geet is from Uttar Pradesh, Pankeda from Rajasthan, Lotia from Rajasthan, Pandavani, Chhattisgarh, and these are the key points. Mando Goa, Ala again Uttar Pradesh, Chakri from Kashmir, Tappa from Punjab, Kawali, Bihu from Assam, Saikutuzai from Mizoram with features, Burakata from Andhra Pradesh. So that means when we talk about art and culture, questions are very, very difficult to answer unless you got very high standard content. So paintings, music, the classical dances, okay, the food items. Now when we talk about architectural features, all these become very, very important to what filter and memorize. So as to what answer the questions very decisively in the examination. So keep following this series. Whatever content I've shown in the video is downloadable. So you can download the content from the link given in the video. It is given in the PDF form, and assemble all these content for a future examination for easy revision. And keep watching the video, subscribe the video, share the video, and press the bell icon, because this is not the only series that I am recording. I am also recording the series on essays, series on case studies, important concepts, and also mains answer writing. So please be connected with my videos on Shield IAS. Just subscribe, share. Thank you for watching.